Welcome back to some more EU4 with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun, playing as East Frisia, and we're slowly coming away from being frozen on the corner of the Holy Roman Empire. We're still not really that respected by the folks that are running it, but alas, we are slowly growing. This episode, we're going to continue to get some more claims on Denmark and Nassau, and then we're probably going to potentially look at eyeing up trying to take maybe some land off Berg. I think that might be the way to go. If we do want a very quick look around the world though, well, the world that we can see, we finally got to the point where the Mamluks are going to get completely decimated. They're at war against both the Ottomans and Castile defensively, naturally. So we're going to see a pretty big Ottomans, I suspect, in the near future. I don't know how much land Castile takes. It tends to be fairly inconsistent. It takes land around here pretty much all the time, but how far to the east it will go, only time will tell. So that's on pause. Growth of the administration. I will take an extra diplomatic relation, please, because that will save us a diplo point every month for the time being, which I think is a pretty good deal. Gonna turn the speed down just for a second because we want to plan. Do we want more army advancement? We probably do. You want money? Of course you do, why not? Just get one more of everything, please. We have 35 spy power, so we put a second claim on Nassawian province. Not that we expect to attack them, but it does mean if big war ends up happening, at least we can get some land off them. No, our priority is to build a spy network in Berg, please. Because if we look at their alliance list, nobody in here is very scary. Hesse is 2 province minor, Dortmund's a 1 province minor. We used to be allied to Dithmarschen, but it's a 1 province minor. And then Gelre, which again, 1 province minor. I'd love to take all that land, but we definitely would not be able to do that in the same war without having the entire Holy Roman Empire want to break our legs. We are going to get military tech level 9. We did have to pay slightly more, but level 9 tech, you pretty much always have to, unless you have the colonization institution spawn in your territory, which, unless you're in Britain, Portugal, or Spain, is very unlikely to happen. Thematically, what makes the most sense here? Probably Landsknecht. Not that it makes any huge difference, but well, at least try and be thematically appropriate. Do we only have 1 claim on Danish territory currently? Yes, we have to wait until 25. They're not in the HRE. So we don't have to spend quite as much spy power to get claims, but I'm not going to need too many. We can't go to war with them for a while yet, right? It's, yeah, another, well, it's another, only 4 years. It's not as long as I thought. Maybe we should be getting more claims. I guess the more important thing to note is when can, yeah, it's 1514 when Sweden can, so we just really want to declare before then. Although they are allied to England now, which makes that a little bit more difficult. So we may have to tread carefully. Yeah, that does make that pretty tricky. They don't have a huge number of troops between them, though. And I'm sure France would get involved if Britain wants to get involved, so I guess we could probably still get away with that. And we still have plenty of favours with France. I'm almost tempted to use some to increase our trust, but I'm not going to do it right now. Rather keep them in my back pocket just in case. Yeah, our truce with Dithmarschen is done. Obviously we wouldn't declare directly on them, but might be nice to take that off them at some point. Might make it getting open borders a bit easier if they just plain don't exist. Oh wow, another -1 stability event. I wish I'd kept my papal influence stockpiled so I could use it on that, but For now, we're going to have to deal. We still don't have any unrest, so not too bad right now. I'm sure that will start happening when the religion spawns, but we'll see. We shall see. Classic. It's a Sunday when I'm recording, so there's a lot going on in the house. Didn't feel the need to have you guys listen to the washing machine noises, at least being loaded. You shouldn't be able to hear it when it's working in the background. It's on the opposite side of the basement, but sounds like baby heffalumps when people go up and down the stairs here. You can try and be really sensitive and quiet, but it's still very loud. Yes, as I was saying, we want to get some more claims on Denmark. There's another one. We're going to have to wait till we get to 30 for Berg, but I'm going to stop drilling so at least we'll have our army ready, depending how quickly we can really fire. Get some morale ticks, please. What's our average drill at anyway? Yeah, 84, which is pretty tasty. I'm not sure which trait of being well drilled is even the best. I mean, the movement speed is very, very important because it means you can catch armies of the same size. But I also find it interesting that it's more defensive the benefit when you drill than offensive. I thought it'd be kind of 50-50 spread, but it's not. Most certainly not. In terms of numbers, Berg's got 8,000, Dortmund's got 6. We'd probably dogpile them immediately because it's a level 3 fort, so we want to get that dealt with, and it's on a wood, so we want to get that done before we get attacked en masse. Berg has a level 3 fort as well, though, so, I mean, there's options for where we need to go. Gelra's got a level 3. There's a lot of level 3 forts we're going to have to contend with, so I guess we're not going to be splitting our army up very much, if at all. It just means it might take a while to complete this war, which is fine. That's why we wanted to start sooner rather than later. Our aggressive expansion is pretty good. Like, nobody's unbelievably angry at us, other than the ones that we're probably going to be in the war with. Well, against, but you know what I mean. 14, 6, 13. It's interesting that the province of Berg isn't the capital of Berg, but it is the highest when it comes to development that I can put a claim on. So we're going to do that. So if we declare war now, France won't join, but that's fine. We'd have Savoy, Lüneburg, and Frankfurt all join. At that point, the armies would be pretty similar, so that means we do want to get Austria in as well. So let's begin. We're going to make sure, we do have attach on. We want to try and flatten one of you guys immediately. We'll try and avoid getting hiccups on the video too, that would probably be helpful. Dortmund doesn't have a general, so that's why we're going to go for them first, because this should be a squash. What is going on here? France declared war on Savoy. I thought they were guaranteeing... Okay. Well, we're clearly not going to join that. That's going to hurt, because we get a penalty on our diplomatic reputation. But we can't do that. We're already at war. We can't be in a war against France. That's absolute suicide. So, sorry, Savoy. I know you'll hate us, but what do you want us to do in that situation? Just for they're still going to technically be in our war on our side, but I would be okay with them prioritizing their own thing. I think it's fair to say. What do you want to do with this spare diplomat in the meantime? I guess we'll just keep him hanging around. Yeah, nobody's got a big navy here. This should be fine. Oh, we even captured a ship. What did we capture? Oh, it's a transport ship. I don't want one of those, really. Get in there and get mothballing. So Lüneburg's getting wrecked by Berg. Oh, they've also hired an army from Münster. That's fine. Where's Austria going? Nowhere at the moment. Just going to make life difficult for me, I guess. That's fine. When our trade fleet comes back over here, they'll get battered. Bloomberg doesn't have enough troops over there to complete that siege, so we need to lend them some. Go over there, please. Yeah, there we go. There's the conflict again. They do have an admiral that we don't, but we have such massive numbers advantage, that's fine. We got 2 trade ships out of that too. Thank you for the free naval capacity, I appreciate that. Wow, they're really borrowing lots of foreign troops from each other. They're not even not even charging Gelra for that stack. That's okay, Austria's here to go break everything else. Siege of Dortmund is over. Go for the Siege of Berg next, given that is the war goal. It's a level 2 fort. I thought it was a 3, but it's only a 2. I guess it's just Ravensburg's the capital, right? Dortmund is a 14 development province, and it is in a state that I can complete if I take it. They won't do it right now, but how much aggressive expansion would that be? A lot. That'd be a lot. I cannot take that right now. So that's going to be a case of war reparations. Take a load of money from them. And frankly, just do lots of things that make their peace treaty significantly longer, because that'll make the... Yeah, that means we don't have to worry about them joining a coalition. Just in case we do happen to create another one by accident. I'd say by accident pretty loosely. Guess I should probably do something then with this diplomat out. Yeah, we did lose trust with all of our allies because we didn't defend Savoy. It would have been absolutely impossible to do so. So that's, you know, I'm not upset at my decision, but it doesn't mean we need to bump trust of our allies. Something like that. And then for Lüneburg, like that. And then how many Austrian favours do I have? I only have 23, but we're at 60 trust, so I'm not worried about that. That's perfectly fine. I appreciate the hustle, Geneva, but the 2.8k on the level 3 fort's not going to cut the mustard. Can we get to Dithmarschen without having to cross the water? Doesn't look like it, but we should be able to cover it if they try and block us. Ooh, Castile rejected peace with the Mamluks, who are no longer at war with the Ottomans. Ottomans took a reasonable chunk of land, but not an astronomical one. Also, there's no Crimea in this game. They are just non-existent. Yep, if 2.9k couldn't occupy a fort, why do you think 1.8k will? Ah, dear, dear. AI gonna AI. Oh good, you can now combine mothball fleets. You didn't used to be able to do that. Although it's probably been the case for a while, admittedly. I'm not even going to bother dealing with that. That's not enough troops to be even worth defending. Sorry, Geneva. I guess we can use these mothballed ships, though. Do they have any navy left? No. Use these 5 rubbish ships just to stand here and help with the siege, I guess. Although they don't quite have enough between them to blockade it all, which is kind of funny. They will once Leipzig has been reoccupied. Oh, I can't wait for the impacts of COVID to have gone. You can probably tell I'm very, very bunged up still. Really, another loose stability event. Yikes. We are back down to 0 stability. We were at +3 like 2 episodes ago. Wowzers. Oh, that's cute. They're trying to siege Riga, and they have only just got enough troops over there to start doing it. Yet again, Savoy this time is trying to siege a province they don't have enough troops for. I guess I'll send 3,000 over there to try and help with that. Seriously, you're not going to give me that? Lüneburg, you don't have a claim on it. Why on earth are you not giving this back? What a piece of garbage. I guess we're not taking Ravensburg in the peace deal then. Suppose we'll wander over to Hesse. Or at least the Hessen attempted occupation of Riga. That is now occupied by me, so Lüneburg doesn't get a chance. And because they won't take this, they can't core this. So you'd think the AI would be smart enough to work that out, but you would be incorrect. Oh, and now we're stuck and we can't get over to Riga. Okay, fine, we'll just go siege out their capital instead. Fine. Have it your way. This is Burger King. Yeah, I think we will do that. So, because of a trait our leader has, we can just get 2 base tax in Osnabrück instead of getting paid out. I think that's a really good deal. I thought my spacebar was stuck for a second, and you might have heard me clicking in the background. Thought it was jammed with something like debris, maybe from a tissue from blowing my nose all the time, but no, we're good. We're good. They're sieging that relatively quickly, considering they got nothing over there. Now, Dishmarschen. How much aggressive expansion to... Oh my word, 32. Okay. Well, that's a lot. We might not be taking you this war either. Okay. But you are in a state I'd really like to... I already have the state made. Maybe I take Dishmarschen and Berg? It's a little bit risky, but... really the problem is the fact that Nassau would end up in a coalition, so we would have to wait to do this, at least. Everybody else involved there is fine, but Nassau's the one we really, really don't want, especially with France at war right now. Then we can bump things up to speed 4, though. We're going to have to accept that Riga's probably going to get taken. Just is going to be a case of it is what it is, I think. Unless they're willing to peace out now, but no, they're not. Figured as much, because we haven't taken any forts of theirs, but... we did just win another siege of... well, we did. Okay, perfect. This is the best possible timing. I do want their development, but I'm not going to get 12 aggressive expansion for it. That's not worth it. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with Dortmund. We want to try and get a really large peace treaty in terms of timing. Like that. Because now they're going to be in a peace treaty until, what, 1525? So we don't have to worry about them joining a coalition anytime soon. Go squash those rented troops. Thank you, we've barely lost any numbers of our own to get rid of that. So that is excellent. And it means that, yeah, Riga never got occupied. We did get pretty lucky, I think it's fair to say. 96% war score. We could probably just piece them out now. If I do this, it's 4... oh my word, it's 49 aggressive expansion. Yeah, we clearly can't do that. I want to, but we can't. So if we take Berg, that's the war skull. Yeah, that's the war goal. That's 19 aggressive expansion, which is fine. Nobody here matters. That puts it up to 34. And that means Nassau does join the coalition pretty aggressively. Dishmarschen must be a high development province. Yeah, it is. It's a 16, which for this stage of the game is pretty big. That's why it's so much aggressive expansion. So even this option, so this is the next cheapest option, and it still puts Nassau in a coalition against us. And realistically, if they're in it, it will fire against us. So we can't afford to do that. So what if, instead of taking Hanover, what is it if we turn Dithmarschen into a vassal? Still way, way, way too much. I guess we're just taking the one province for now then. We're just going to humiliate them. Did we ever get the humiliation? Oh yeah, we did. So we don't have to prioritize that, which is good. Yeah, we're not going to take a lot of land here without upsetting everybody, so we're just going to have to be patient. I'm not even going to bother humiliating them then. Would give us some power projection, but I don't think it's worth it. Get some war reparations instead. If I release Kahlenberg, they would have no aggressive expansion against us, but I still don't think that's a good idea. I'm not going to return a core to Brunswick. This should give you negative aggressive expansion if you do this, but it doesn't, so we're not going to do that. So yeah, so we're just going to take one province. As wimpy as that feels, I think it's the right decision. Okay. Send terms, because we really want to take out lots of Danish territory too, right? We don't want to go too big and kind of just explode. Keep you here and start drilling. What's the unrest like? It's 0. Excellent. We love to see it. Get that cord. We could get the next level. Yes, we will do that. That's a really good one. And if we'll probably complete humanist ideas before we even go to level 9 admin tech. Level 9 admin tech is not critically important. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, and our poor spy has been caught. What a pity. Denmark still hasn't been able to defeat Perm. They only have 8,000 troops. What are they doing? We're not returning that land. Now it's going to be angry. Which probably means we then go up to 100% autonomy. Thank you very much. Our corruption is going up. Because we have no debate in Parliament. That makes sense. So let's start one. What do we want? We're at 3 corruption. No, we're not even. We're at 2. So I'm not going to prioritize corruption. Not a terrible idea if we want more claims to expand the diplomatic corps, but I'm not going to do that. I think we want to get a bonus to our stability. What do you want? A bribe of 11? That's fine. I don't like losing army tradition, but for the benefit, I think it's worth it. Okay, so we're back to +1 stability, so that's not too bad. And now we play the not very long waiting game until we can attack Denmark again. See, another advantage of getting Hanover would have been that I wouldn't have to deal with open borders with Berg, because they're clearly not going to let us through. Verden probably still will. They don't like us, but they don't hate us either. So they'll probably let us through, but Denmark still has the massive navy. Also, did Perm get out of this? They really did. That's unbelievable. They didn't lose any land to Denmark. And instead, Perm is now thinking of attacking Muscovy, who are just in a world of hurt. Yeah, when you're losing to no guy, then you really are no person on the grand stage. Like, what are you doing? So our peace treaty with Denmark is over. We could attack them whenever we're ready. France would not join, though, right now. if France is willing to join, we're going to do it. They're not currently because they're still beating up Savoy, but I can't imagine that will last that long, so we just have to wait patiently. I'm going to preemptively move our troops over there with our transport fleet. Why on earth are you taking that route? This game makes some strange decisions. Fine, as long as you get my army over there, I guess, but... Oh, Savoy's had to give up a load of land to France. Not unexpected. But yeah, they could have just walked here and saved going through the coast of Holland, but yeah, whatever you want to do. I might need to keep those transport fleets up and at it for the time being, so I think we will. What even is our naval limit? Oh, we're over it. Not very high. Gotcha. France still won't join. Oh, because it's too far away. What? Okay, England won't join. England are being besieged by who? England tried to attack Sligo again, and they're having a hard time again. Well, isn't this the perfect timing? Okay. Austria won't join because it's too far away as well. Yet. They might join later. Yeah, please. Let's do that right now. Did not expect to be able to even do that. We do have to have our navy go home at war, otherwise Denmark will cause that to explode very quickly. But we can do exactly what we did before. We can go sit on Colding and, yeah, siege that out. What an opportunity. That would have been helpful earlier, but thank you for becoming an intricate web weaver. Now Livonian orders attacking. We might end up with no Muscovy left in the next few game years, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, they're going to go sit. I wonder if the Danish army's going to come and sit in Riga. We'll see. I wasn't paying attention, clearly. Couple of guys sit here, please. Because we want to go bop this while we can. They have no morale. That's a stack wipe. Their army stats are better than ours. They have a lot more morale, but luckily we have a lot more troops. So yeah, we need to keep an eye on that. We'll just de-siege this super quickly and then we'll go back. Should probably turn the speed down to 3. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind if the Danish troops come around. I just don't want them to start occupying my stuff, because that hurts me. And I'm not a fan of that. See, now we just have to wait and see where they go. This is the stack I want you to attach to, please. We might as well have our diplomat do something. There you go. Take the admin points, please. Get my idea group done, the sooner the better. That's a reasonable amount of money considering we're losing money, so no thank you. Oh, and now... Oh dear. Yeah, now Denmark doesn't have a leader. That's cool. They're doing really well. Gonna try and catch them while they're in Westjylland. Oh no, they ended up on a ship. Okay, where are they going? Oldenburg. That means we're going to have to get open borders with nations. Annoying timing. Start walking this way. And then what we want to do is... Because Luneburg will give us open borders for sure. Well, I mean, we already have them. Berg won't, but... yeah. Verden will. But we must already potentially have access to them. Who else can we get access through? Hamburg says no, but Luberg says yes. Yeah, now we can make it back. The Siege of Colding is done. Now we play the Occupy Everything game. And they're committed to landing here. So we're going to try and get there before they do. Because they now can't not do this, and they should get a horrible penalty on landing. Yeah, -2. So they still have massively higher morale than we do, but it shouldn't matter. And that is their entire army, for context. So they have nowhere to run to when they lose. So they're going to run back into the ocean, I guess. Then we're just going to wander back. Because we don't want to get caught with our trousers down on the mainland. Where are you landing? Okay, they're just going to white flag through to fine. That's okay with me. That's actually perfectly fine, speaking of. Darn their 51 strength navy we can't do anything about. Oh, we have a next level of government reform to enact. Separation of power. We can't do parliamentarianism because we already have a parliament. So that is not relevant. Just a little bit more absolutism is fine. Nah, that's not very interesting. Ooh, cannot seize crown land. No, I don't think we will. We're going to go with the boring presidential system. Thank you very much. Sometimes you get these government reforms and you're like, oh wow, all these options are great. Which should I pick? And then there are others, it's like, all of these are terrible. Can I skip? Well, there's going to be a lot of devastation in this province, but I can't just not sit here. In case... Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Go sit there. I kind of want them to move here, preferably, and then we can attack them on the fort. And even though it's a grassland fort, we still get a combat bonus because of the splendor that we spent. So that's not bad at all. Not bad whatsoever. They also seem to have issues with... You know, with the revolt going on right now, the Fracatelli heretics. Or Fraticelli. Well, I don't know what a Fracatelli is, but maybe some type of pasta, but that's not what I meant to say. And yes, I think now we just have to play the waiting game until our war score ticks up. So I guess I'll put a cut in the episode now, and I hope to see you for the next one to see how much Denmark can we reasonably take without having the entirety of Europe declare war on us. Hope to see you then. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye now.